whole TV show aspect of it was really interesting to me because that's what I do. I'm an actress, so I loved that. I thought the character was something that I had never played before. Yeah, I honestly, like, it seems so complex. I didn't know if it was going to work, but I think that's the thing as an actor is you want to challenge yourself. You want to go big or go home. And, yeah.
Tell us a bit about Skye's suspicions of what's going on in the show and how she comes to work with Jeff.
So Skye's a research assistant on the fictional show, and she starts to notice these strange things happening, crazy websites, fans maybe taking things a little bit too far. I think she's been asking the producers and people on the show about it for a while, but they've kind of shooed her away. And then when Jeff comes along and his brother has disappeared as a result of being a fan of this show, it just confirms her suspicions and gives her a sort of a partner in crime to help her look deeper into it. And then they also have that kinship right off the bat of they both had someone in their life disappear, and I think that creates a lot of compassion for him from her point of view. So there's that instant connection.
I was thinking that in the past, a lot of the characters you've played before were much lighter and what's the challenge now? You're kind of playing a very different, darker character.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to do it, and talking with Jason. I mean, Jason had us do a lot of research in watching different performances, like Jodie Foster in Silence of the Lambs and Seven, and he wanted to create a really different dynamic between the fictional show and the real show that we're in. And it was all about keeping it very grounded and real and contained. Everything was very small. So, I mean, I just came off of doing comedy, so everything was really big and over the top. And so going in the complete opposite direction was challenging, but a really fun challenge. And I'm excited to do more of that.
Well, it seems like you're going to be filming it almost in a little bit of a bubble. You're starting to film in August, and it's not going to be airing until January. So do you kind of like that better? That you guys get to create your own world?
Yes, absolutely. One of the worst things for me about being on a show is when it starts to air when you're filming, because then people are just really aware of the ratings, and there's all of that talk of there's all this online stuff going on, and it can be distracting. So I think the fact that we're going to get to do it all at once and not have to worry about any of that is ideal, especially with a show like this, so that Rockney can just carry out his vision without having to worry outside of it.
Yeah, well, we've talked a bit to some of the other people about the 13-episode format, and whether that's more of a challenge, does it help the storytelling? How do you feel about it?
I think it's a help. I think that was the plan from the get-go. When we were shooting the pilot, Rockney was really hoping that it was going to be mid-season because it's really hard to sustain a mystery and any kind of suspense in a show for 22 episodes. It's a long time. So I think that we've condensed it. It's going to work in our favor.
Do you like to bring some of yourself to your characters that you play, or do you like to keep it separate?
Oh yeah, I think no matter what, there's always going to be elements of yourself in a character, especially in television, because you don't have any idea where your character is going to go. So I think more of you it tends to bleed in than in a movie where you have a very set arc.
Okay, what are you bringing to this character? Like what's she have?
I think she's really ambitious and driven. She's inquisitive, which I am. She's stubborn, a little bit sarcastic, maybe. Like, I don't think she's going to give Jeff an easy time, which is like me. I don't get mad an easy time.
And what are your hopes for the series?
I really don't know what to expect. I just hope that we can sustain that mystery. I'm just as anxious and excited to find out where it's going as the audience, which I'm never on a show like that, and I have no idea where it's going. I really don't. Yeah.
How do you feel about your Melrose Place family being scattered throughout different shows on the CW?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Was it nice seeing all of them at the upfronts?
Yeah. I was actually, out of the three of us, Michael, Katie, and myself, I was the first one cast on a new show for them. So then when Katie got cast, when Michael got cast, I was like, oh my gosh, it's nice to know that the network liked what we did enough to want to keep employing us. And it's good to catch up with old friends, and I think Katie's here now for Arrow, so I'll get to see her. We're both going to be in Vancouver shooting. Oh, and Michael too. Michael will be in Vancouver. We'll be spending some time together.
Do you think that I was mentioning that there was sort of a sexual tension between your character and Jeff? Do you think that that's something that they might explore? Or do you think you guys will just be really focused on, solving the mystery?
I think they're going to explore it a little bit. Although, yeah, with the intensity of everything that's going on around us, I'm not sure how appropriate it is, but it is a CW show, and I'm sure there will be romance involved.
We also talked to him a little bit about, because he came off of Vampire Diaries, where there was a lot of physical action, and he said he didn't think that there was going to be as much in this. Have you done that before? Any kind of,
Not really. I mean, beyond like Cloverfield and running around in high heels, I think that's about as much as I've done. It was very challenging.
Would you like to see there be some sort of maybe physical action?
Yeah, but I think I also want it to stay plot-driven, story-driven. I think it's more about the mystery and the characters than it is about being an action show. And Skye's a research assistant, so I'm not sure how much he can do any kind of karate or anything like that, or taekwondo things. I don't know how realistic that is. But it would be cool. It would be very cool.
What do you think it'll be about this show that will draw in your fans that know you from other projects? What is there that you think will draw them in and hopefully have them follow you?
Yeah, it is very different than anything else I've done. I just think the mystery is so cool. I mean, if I can be attracted to it, I'm attracted to like a lot of different things, a lot of different projects, a lot of different television. And I think that the edge of your seat, the mystery will just draw you in. I showed it to my dad, and my dad instantly was like, I need to see the next episode. Most people that see it say that. So if you see the first episode, see the next episode. Hopefully we can sustain that.
But with this 13-episode format, it also will give you time to do other projects. What kind of things do you think you want to go back and try and do? Keep your feet in a little bit of comedy, or like what kind of things do you?
Well, yeah, I always want to do something different. I think I do a lot of genre. I just finished doing Evil Dead, so I just got back from New Zealand like 2 days ago from doing that, and that was great and challenging as well, very grueling. But I'd love to do just like a character-based drama that doesn't have any sort of supernatural or horror elements in it. That would be nice. All right, is that it?
Are you on Twitter at all?
I'm not on Twitter. Okay. You know, I find. Oh, hi! I'm touching someone's microphone. I'm not really that into the whole social media thing. My co-stars are trying to convince me. Matt and Alona and I went out for dinner last night, and they were trying to tell me all the pros of it. It kind of freaks me out, to be honest.
Matt's obsessed with Twitter.
Yeah, I know. Because they were talking about how they're going to try and use social media a lot.
Yeah.
So
I know.
You might
I've signed up. I have signed up, but I have not tweeted yet.
What's your account?
Maybe you can do it as your character.
I'm not going to release that information yet. Well, I will. I will eventually.
Nice last question.
Okay. Maybe you can do it as your character.
Maybe.
Ease your way into
Maybe.
it.
Maybe. I'm sure they're gonna. The CW, I'm sure, will do some sort of viral stuff. But I'm way behind the times as far as that's concerned. We'll see. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too.